everyone, and welcome to the Walking by Faith podcast. My name is Brittany Shine, and today I am going to talk about what the Lord wanted me to talk about this week. I thought He wanted me to talk about something totally different, but He specifically wanted me to talk about this dream that I had about going in the wrong direction, and it was due to a game that I've played on my phone. So I pray that everyone who listens will receive it with an open heart and that they will be convicted by the Holy Spirit, and that the Holy Spirit will lead you all in the right direction from this day forward. So the dream that I had, I was driving down the freeway. It was nighttime. It was super dark. And I was driving down the freeway and there were no street lights on. Like, it was completely dark. It was so dark that it was scary looking. And the only thing that I saw that was glowing was the cross on top of a building. It was a big cross on top of a building, and it was glowing. And it wasn't like shining bright like the sun, not even like the moon, but it was just glowing. You can tell that it was the cross because it was glowing in the dark. And it was the Lord watching over me, and He saw me going in the wrong direction. And I don't know how fast I drove. I think I was just driving at a normal pace, but it was not the right direction. So I ended up coming to a stoplight, and once again, I don't even think I saw the light glowing through the stoplight, but I could tell it was a stoplight. But when I stopped, I was so scared. I was looking around, making sure nobody was going to attack me in any kind of way. And I was just like, Lord, like, help me. Help me, please. And the Lord told me, I remember the Lord in my dream told me to turn around, like make a U-turn. And it was a U-turn under a bridge. I can make a U-turn. And I drove under the bridge. It was still dark under the bridge. And then once I made that U-turn, I went the other way, and I drove in the opposite direction on the freeway, and the street lights were on this time. It was still nighttime, but the street lights were on this time, and I just kept going, and I felt renewed. I felt like I was going in the right direction again. And you know how sometimes you drive on the freeway, something like, and you're trying to figure out where to go, and you're navigating where you're trying to go. You've never been to a specific place before, and you're like, I think I'm going in the wrong direction. I don't know if I'm going the right direction, but I'm going to keep going, but I'm not sure. That's how I felt in my dream. So, yeah, I went in the opposite direction. And so the game that I played was Spades. I was playing Spades at the time on my phone. And I don't know. I'm not really sure if the actual game itself is demonic in any kind of way. But the Lord revealed to me through my dream that game on the phone app was so evil, more than I know. And it seems so innocent because it seems like, oh, I'm just playing spades, I'm just playing spades. But it's so addicting. And that's one sign that you look for when you see that a game is addicting. I don't care how innocent it may look. Check it. Check the game, because it's deeper than what you play. It's an evil spirit behind that game. And the Lord is trying to tell you something. And if the Lord is trying to tell you something, listen to him, because he is trying to lead you in the right direction. These games have a grip on people. And I know that the games on the phone and the video games, they have a grip on people. And just recently, I would say about 2 months ago, I was praising the Lord in church. And the Holy Spirit specifically revealed to me to get rid of the game of dominoes. I was playing dominoes on my phone app. And once again, I thought it was innocent. I thought it was good. I don't know how people pray over these games, but I believe they pray over these games, and I don't think they pray to the Lord. I think they pray to the devil about these games on these phones and on these video game systems. I don't know how they pray, but I just remember the Lord specifically telling me, get rid of that game dominoes. And I said, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I didn't question him. I was like, yes, Lord, because I knew that if I get rid of the games, my ministry will be more effective. If I don't get rid of certain things, my ministry could be tainted simply because of something that I'm not eating, like if I'm not eating right, or if I'm not making sure that I don't watch certain TV shows or movies that doesn't glorify God. And these video games on the phone, I haven't played video games in a long time, but the games on the phone, I mean, they can really cause a distraction. They could cause separation from you and your family. They could distract you from doing what you're supposed to do with your time. It could be used to waste your time more than benefit your time. And so I would just highly encourage you all to really think about what you spend your time doing, because you don't want these games to become an idol. You don't want these games to become your God. And it's easy to say, oh, it's just a game. But it's not just a game. Who's playing the game? Who's winning the game? Is it you or is it Satan? Is Satan trying to win over you, or is God trying to rule over you? Are you allowing the Holy Spirit to rule over you? Are you allowing God to rule over you? Or are you allowing Satan to rule over you? So I would encourage you all, especially Christians, to pray, fast, meditate on these things, because we're living in the last days. So we really need to be watchful of the times that we are living in, and stay focused and stay on our post, ministering to the souls out there who needs deliverance, who needs to be saved. That is our mission. That is our number one mission. And we do it to glorify God. We do it to glorify Jesus. We help those who need help. We heal those who need healing. We care for those who need care. That's what Jesus did, and that's what we as Christians are supposed to do. That's what we as Christians are called to do. So I pray that everyone out there who is listening under the sound of my voice, this is not me speaking. This is the Holy Spirit speaking through me. And I specifically ask the Lord to help me speak about this issue of games. So I pray that you all will receive it and bring it to the Lord. If you have an addiction of any kind, games, eating unhealthy, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, drinking alcohol, sexual immorality, pornography, masturbation, any of those things, give it to the Lord and do it consistently. Do it consistently. and He will give you rest. He will give you rest. He will give you peace. He will give you joy. Give it to Jesus.